In continuation to the last video that I made on how to identify a toxic relationship, here is the continuation of what I spoke in the last video. So, welcome back. I'm Pujita Singh, a certified life coach, NLP coach, and an author. Again, what I want to cover is the continuation of the last video where I spoke about how to identify if you are staying in a healthy relationship or how to identify if it's an unhealthy relationship. So the fourth one that I want to talk to you all about is if you are in an environment where you are not treated equal, then that's also an indication that you are in an unhealthy relationship. Now, what do I mean when I say unhealthy relationship, or rather not being treated equal? So for example, if your life partner treats you like a doormat, or you're just meant for work at home, you're not supposed to go out, this is how I'm going to treat you and this is how you'll allow that person to treat you, right? Or for that matter, if your closest family members, your parents or in-laws, or your boyfriend or girlfriend, whoever it is, right, if that individual is actually not treating you equal, then that's an easy indication, or rather a clear indication, that you are staying in a toxic relationship. So never ever allow anybody to take advantage and treat you with disrespect and treat you unequally. For example, I've seen in certain houses where a daughter is not treated equally like a son. Like son is given all the kind of attention, care, nurture, but a daughter is not treated that way, right? I know things are changing, times are changing, world is changing, but I'm just talking about those cases which still exist today, and there are such people who are going through such issues, right? Common thing is how women are treated after marriage, especially when she's not working and she's living on a life partner's money or life partner's earning. That's also a very good unfortunate indication that you are staying in a toxic relationship. So that's number 4. Number 5 is where there is a lack of no time for yourself or no self-care. What do I mean by no time for self-care? If in your relationship, in your own family setup, you do not exist for yourself, right? You have no time to take care of yourself, you have no time for your medical checkups, you have no time to even sit back and have a favorite cup of tea or coffee or go out with your friends. Lot of times, unfortunately, especially in India, I've seen where after marriages women are like, my life is all surrounded by kids, by spouse, by in-laws, and so much more. I'm not saying that you should not be taking care of your loved ones, your family members, your immediate family member, but where are you in that particular whole setup of wedding, right? So if you are in a married relationship, or for that matter any kind of a relationship back home, if you don't have time for your self-care, if you are not someone who is taking time out for yourself, then that is something that's going to create a lot of problem, because when you don't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of the rest of the family member? And the most important thing that happens is when you are feeling low about yourself, your self-esteem is going down, your self-acceptance is going down, you automatically start vibrating in that way, and people will treat you that way. Which means if you treat yourself like a shit, people are going to come back and treat you like a shit, right? So this is something that I've seen very commonly, especially with women or a girl out there. After marriage, she believes truly, or after getting into any relationship, she believes that my life is surrounded by everybody except her. Please stop doing that, especially thanks to the Bollywood and all the kind of melodrama TV and web series that kind of gives us a distraction in life, that life is this way, life is meant to be this way. No, it's not. If you don't take care of yourself, then how will others treat you well, right? So very importantly, if in your life you are not taking care of yourself, then that means you don't exist in that relationship, which means it's a core toxic relationship that you are part of, right? And the last one is when you are not growing in a relationship. What do I mean by that? If in any relationship you are not growing and the other partner is growing, or your sibling is growing, or anyone except you is growing, then that's not a relationship which is a healthy one, right? Like I spoke in the beginning of the video, not being treated equally, right? No self-care, no time for yourself. Similarly, if you are someone who is not growing in the relationship, I have seen a lot of women who generally sacrifice their career or her career only because she's on her family way. But what about the spouse? Are you guys not together pregnant, right? So why is it that only women has to sacrifice? Of course she's carrying the baby, so she's gonna do whatever it takes, but are you not together in this? Are you not pregnant together? You are. So why is it that a woman has to sacrifice her career permanently? Why is it that women shouldn't grow in a relationship? Why is it that her growth kind of hampers the moment she gets married? We still have so many people and families around this world who are still going through this, who do not continue their career, do not continue their hobbies, or do not continue what they love doing in their life. Toxic relationship as a subject is a very vast subject in itself, as I mentioned in my previous video. I can talk about it for literally hours together in couple of videos. But what is very important is these are basic bare minimums. If you're not respected, if you're not treated equal, if you don't have time for yourself, if you're not growing in relationship, you are dying, right? I am not talking about that death, but you're nowhere very far from that death as well, because you are creating your demise very, very closely every single day. So do you want to realize one single day after you lose everything that, you know what, it's time to take care of myself? Or do you want to start doing things when you have crossed that age, when you have crossed that milestone, when you have crossed that energy, passion, and you suddenly realize that you have to start doing things in your life? Or do you want to start realizing before it's too late? Now the choice is yours. The answer to all these issues that I spoke in the last video and the current video is very simple thing. Have an awareness, that's number one. Number two is what are you gonna do about it, which means you have to work on it. Number three, what actions are you planning short term and long term? You got to take certain uncomfortable actions. You have to start working for yourself. Nobody is gonna come for your rescue. We all live in a world where we are taught, we are made to dream about that, you know, people are gonna help you, people are gonna come and save you. Of course, maybe if you're one of those lucky ones, but if you are someone who is not independent, who doesn't know, who doesn't have awareness, who doesn't have clarity in life, what are you gonna do in life then? Again, I'm not only covering about marital relationships here. It could also be that your entire life before spinsterhood or bachelorhood. What are you gonna do about it? If you are staying with unhealthy people, your work environment is your environment is stronger than your will. You really cannot do much about it. So you got to fix your environment. You got to fix your surrounding that you're part of. Only then you can breathe at peace. Only then you can survive. You can think properly. You can make big decisions in life. You can grow and make others grow as well. But what if everybody around you is happy and you are nowhere existing? You are nowhere happy in the relationship. What's the point? I hope you realize this before it's too late in your life. And if you landed on this video, this was not by accident. There is a message for you to go back and work on. There is a important information that you need to think and reflect on. Do not ignore this under the label of love and affection that your family gives you. Those are all traps. I'm sure there are some great families, blessed families as well. I'm not denying that fact. But only when you give importance to yourself, you're gonna love yourself more, you're gonna treat yourself as a princess or a king, then the world is gonna treat you that way. I hope you found at least one thing useful out of this video. And thank you so much for listening to me patiently as always. Love you loads. Until then, bye-bye.